Yeah.
Saurabh is a certified PMP from US. Now, very interesting journey, very hard journey, going up and down and up and down. But finally, he cleared it, and he shared a very interesting thing. Saurabh, share your journey, how you moved into that, if you can, please.
I mean, starting from the start, I was actually on vacation in India back in, I think, January. So I enrolled in Amit's course because I thought that, okay, since it's a vacation, it will be, I will put some time in and then take the course. But then, I mean, it was 6 hours of, I think, two straight weekends wherein I got enrolled to his course. And then after coming to US, I was taking some time to uh, do the RCAs and all the questions. And then eventually one fine day, I got a message from one of the facilitators to book the exam and start preparing for it. So, I mean, I took the exam date, I think 2 months from the 1.5 months from the time he gave me the date. And then I gave the exam. I mean, in last 1.5 months have been doing all the questions, mocks, and all those RCAs. And yesterday, I gave the exam and I somehow passed it.
Somehow passed it. So you were saying now this is a very different scenario. You were saying the first 15 questions were
15 questions are pretty, I mean, for me, they were pretty easy. But eventually, after 20, I think after 25 to 60, they were pretty hard. I
see,
mean, yeah.
this is a very different scenario. Why all other students have a different experience. So, when we were having a call, you are in a PhD, so 3 hours later, I was having a final call with you. My wife was said, "Why you are so worried about him?" Said, "Yeah, I'm very worried about him because he is on a bottom line. Like he can go this way or that way." So she said, "Why?" I said, "He never give a 4 hour proper in a right way. He like even the agile mock." Which forced me to say to you, you cannot pass. Remember, uh,
Yeah.
you did like agile mock is one of my testimonial. How much the exam was agile?
I think most of it is agile, as you have already
Now,
mentioned.
now
It
you
was,
know why I when you did that in four parts, I said no, that is not the way. You cannot give exam this way. So this is something I'm really proud of that you managed to do it. Okay, share your entire journey in your own way. How did you manage the exam? What was in the exam, if you can, please?
yeah, in the exam, I think as Amir has been saying throughout, most of it would be agile. So I would say, I mean, 80% of exam was agile. And then when I mean, when I started the exam, as I mentioned, it is not easy. It is, Amir, I think last day before the exam, he told me it is going to be hard. So I asked him, why do you say that? Is it going to be, I mean, is it coming hard nowadays or it's going to be hard? He said, I mean, it is going to be hard. And exam was not easy. And first 30 questions were, I mean, for me, they were easy. And then throughout, they were not that easy. So, and I think, yeah, and you guys, I think mostly what you have to do is you have to focus on what he's saying. I mean, there's no point of reinventing the wheel. He's already made everything for you guys, and just follow the process and trust the process. And I think he always says then whenever you're stuck in a question, apply the servant leadership mindset.
Mm.
That also help. I mean, that really helped me a lot. Whenever you have eliminated most of the options, you have only to apply. If you are stuck, apply that servant leadership mindset, and you will get the right answer. I mean, just trust his process. That's it. I will only say that.
Mm. Okay, thank you very much for saying that. Trusting the process is an important thing. Moving into the process is an event. Sort of how was the time management?
Time management, I mean, for me, I mean, first 30 questions I completed in 20 minutes, and I was like, Amir told me do first 16, 80, and I mean, I am just cruising. But eventually, after 30, I took some time and I was able to finish, I mean, before 5 or 10 minutes before the time.
Mm.
Time management was, I mean, it
Okay.
was okay. Yeah.
How many drag and drop questions, sort of?
None drag and drop.
None drag and
And yeah, none drag and drop. And mostly, I think 90% was agile.
90% was agile. Okay. Okay, that is not true, but it looks like it, when a lot of question comes, because if
Yeah.
90% comes in agile, then remaining nothing is left there.
Yeah, somehow I feel somehow everything
Yeah,
ties down to agile.
yeah,
So I feel
ties
that is
down
why
to
I'm
the
saying
agile.
it.
Okay, how far the center was?
It was 1.5 hours from Seattle. Yes.
It was very far.
Yeah. Close to Canada.
There was no center nearby.
There are a couple of centers, Amir, close by, three centers close by, but the dates for them, I think was getting in October, November. So there was one center close to Canada border, so I thought I'll go there and give it a try.
Okay, you give it a try.
Mm.
So, okay, putting a few things into further understanding, like how, any formula question, any critical path question that you had in the exam?
No critical path question. A formula question, I had one on TCPI, and there were a lot of, values which were given, but eventually, I think. Yeah, there were a lot of values given, and they had complicated the question so much, but you could easily, read the question and answer it. So,
You can read the question and answer.
and there was no point of, you couldn't, there was no point of doing calculation. There were a couple of questions wherein they were asking about velocity, calculate the velocity.
Hmm,
The team has, worked on uh, XYZ. The team has three members, worked on this many sprints and for this many hours. And again, they did one more iteration, calculate the velocity of the team. So
hmm,
those kind of questions. There are a couple of those.
Couple of those questions were there. Okay, guys, if you have any question, I want you to ask the question from him so that you can know what exactly the coming in the exam and how the things are. Uh, Guys, if you have any question, feel free to ask. What about stakeholder communication and team? How those things were?
Stakeholder communication, any questions in procurement? Yeah, of course, there are a lot of questions on procurement. And it's not just procurement. Everything again ties down to what would be the right way, right? And you have to apply, the agile mindset and then eliminate. And I think one thing you have to remember, I think Amir has been saying all throughout, do not pick the right answer, eliminate the wrong answers, and eventually you will get the right answer. So that is one thing. Sometimes I throughout my mocks also, I was like, okay, this is the right answer. But then eventually, when you eliminate the wrong answers, you will find the right answer. And also, one more thing I saw, Amir, was that, they were saying, so one option has an and, do this and do this. So one of the option part is wrong, one is right. So eventually, you have to read the whole option and then eliminate it.
Mm, you have to eliminate it. Okay, so Mitesh is asking any question on procurement?
Yeah, procurement, yes. As I said, there are questions on procurement, and then again, conflicts. Oh, of course, conflicts are there are questions on conflict. It is about there are a lot of questions on conflicts. Yes.
A lot of question on question. Okay, any question about like risk questions highlighted in our depth?
Yeah, yeah. Risk questions are there. So a couple of questions that you have to add something to the risk register. New risk has been found. So there's one question when a risk has been found, a risk was found, and it eventually became a issue. Those kind of questions. Everything. I think if someone is doing your mocks, they will. They have all the required tools to and also your last six mocks which you give before the exam. Those were very helpful. Actually, those are very, very helpful. Last 66 mocks of 60 questions. Yes.
Mm, okay, okay.
Very
So
similar questions, very similar.
how important that 180 agile mock was?
Oh yeah, very important. Yeah. So I think day before the exam last night, after doing the six questions and their RCAs and of course that agile mock, I after doing it, I last night before the exam I did a quick follow through of the mock. We looked at all those questions, and then
Mm.
yeah,
How important is to do the RCA?
very, very, very important. Without that, there's no point of. There's no preparation without doing the RCA. So. Uh, my only thing is people who are going to give exam, just follow the process. That's it. I will not say. There's nothing more I can say. Just follow the process. What he's saying, he might say it in a nicer way, not nicer. You have to you have to follow
Be,
that.
be truthful. I
Yeah,
don't talk. I don't talk in a
no,
nice way.
because
I'm like a old school government
yeah,
teacher
yeah,
who
yeah, yeah.
used and
Yeah.
all my
Because that's the way people will pass the exam, and then they will also share their journey, right?
yeah, yeah. That is the
That's how
point
they
here.
remember you.
I don't say. I always like to say, don't. But Steve Jobs says, if you want to be nice, go and sell ice cream, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. If you want to help people to achieve their dream, like achieving the PMP, then you have to be hard. There is no other way,
Yeah.
right? Because you are busy. Like, look at yourself. You are
Yeah.
at in India when you joined the program, then
Mm.
you came back, then you had so many challenges along the ways. If
Yeah.
and then even when we asked you book the exam, there's so many things were there. But I'm really glad that you are able to do that, and I'm really happy that we are here uh, clearing PMP in the beautiful way. Thank you very much, Saurabh, for
I mean, thanks to you, Amir. I mean, thanks to you, thanks to all your facilitators, and I mean the setup which you have made sure that people, I mean, people follow that process. Thanks to you.
Saurabh, send me a beautiful picture of you with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
phone, right? I will use a thumbnail. Saurabh, yesterday we had PMP marathon. So in
Mm,
every marathon, we use questions made by you guys. So I'm
mm,
going to ask you, if you have some time, make 10 to 20 questions that are
mm.
exam level difficult or exam relevant.
Okay.
We will be using that. And plus, very important thing, the my mantra that I have been using for life: each one teach one.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So each one teach one. I hope the same you can follow. Thank you very much for that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Amir.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you for your time. Yeah.